I'd like to welcome everyone to the next episode of the Cue It Up DJ podcast.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Camera and pin. About 15 seconds. Jordan, you gotta be open. Camera as well. 3, 2, 1. You're clear.
Like our title is Cue It Up. We're queuing it up for ourselves, but also for the venue, for the photographer, for the videographer, anybody that's involved with the event. We're queuing everything up. Everybody comes back to us for the queue up.
Okay, guys, ready? Bye. We are ready.
Okay, what's up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of the Cue It Up DJ podcast. And look who we have in the building tonight.
Roll for record. Ready? Cars in tone. Take cars in tone.
DJ tips and tricks, right? Cool. Forgot that. Do the tips and tricks. Come out. Screen sharing.
15. Okay. Ready, slate, and lose tone.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
No, didn't hear the introduction at all. That's why I was going like that. Then I sing William Box too.
Take luck. Ready? Full screen graphic and fade up.
Where we all come together as DJs. No matter what skill level you're at, you come here to connect, learn, and grow. And from pro tips to real talk, we're here to support and celebrate the DJ community.
Great show.
So with that said, let's cue it up again and start the show. Before it's time to spin, you've got to first cue it up.
I'm probably in your area too. Everybody who owns a laptop, they're a DJ. And everybody who owns a DSL camera, they're a photographer.
And what I'll do is put up blurbs so therefore you can see what I'm thinking about and why I chose that song. You can see the reaction of the kids. So you can kind of like get an idea of how to use it and what to expect.
Why do you want to charge for something that you have the knowledge of and these other DJs don't have the knowledge of? Share your knowledge, you know?
Right.
But DJing's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun too, you know? I'm djmikiemike. I cover central, northeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey, parts of New York State.
And I'm Dwayne Dixon, the HitmanDDub from Cleveland, Ohio. And it's time to cue it up. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cue It Up DJ podcast. And I would like to wish everyone a happy new year. I'm your host, the HitmanDDub, with both of my friends tonight. We have DJ Mikey Mike and DJ Cool Thing.
What's up?
So a podcast is a place for DJs of all skill levels to come, connect, learn, and grow. From pro tips to real talk, we're here to support and celebrate the DJ community. So we didn't do a show last week, but the week before we had a special Christmas holiday edition where me and Mikey Mike, we took a special trip to the North Pole. So if you didn't get a
Yes.
chance to check that out, check that out. That was an interesting experience trying to put all that together. For it to be 15 minutes, it took like 3 days actually. Yep. Started Sunday afternoon and then ended Wednesday afternoon. So it's almost like doing those stop motion cartoons, you know, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where you have to take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. So for 10 seconds, that could be a whole day.
Yes, yes, yes. That's difficult, honestly. Very, very difficult.
But
You
it,
did a great job.
yeah, well, AI did a great job of making us consistent.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
All right, and so tonight we're going to talk about what happened in 2025 and what do we look forward to in 2026. So tonight's episode is the DJ reset to start 2026. So how was you all's Christmas and New Year's?
Hunter, go ahead.
Yeah, well, mine was great. You know, we didn't really do much. We just hung around the house all day. You know, I had my grandparents come over, and later that night we went to town and we just walked around, saw some Christmas lights, and came home, did a fire, and that was that. We didn't really do much.
We had a great
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. We have a Christmas Eve dinner. So my mom actually came over our house, which was a blessing for us and for her. And then for New Year's, we had our traditional New Year's Eve dinner. You know, my daughter's fiance, my wife, my mother came over again, which was also another blessing. She even stayed to after midnight. We had a blast, a total blast, and thank God everybody was safe. Everybody had a great time. That's the main thing, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm wishing everybody a happy, healthy, safe New Year this year.
And ours, it was our turn to host. So everybody was over at our house.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Rough in a sense, you know.
Yeah, so we did our little gifts exchange. So we made a decision that the adults, if you were over 18, you didn't get a gift. So because times was like kind of like tight with our money this year, so we just decided just for all the little kids get a gift for them.
You're talking about that. There was a YouTube short the other day, and it showed this little boy. He opened up his gift, and here it was a PlayStation 5 controller. And he's like, "Mom, Dad, I don't have a PlayStation 5. I just have the new Xbox." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And the husband's like, "I told you he had an Xbox." Mother's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." So he's like, "Oh no, that's okay." He said, "I got my football. He's got me my football. I love my football." So the father's, "All right, just put it in the box. I'll take it in the bedroom for you." Here he comes walking back out with the PlayStation 5. That little boy just sat there and cried. It was so humbling. It was unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, if there was one gift I was really thankful for this Christmas, and that's my brand new side by side, a Polaris Razor XP 41000 Ultimate.
Oh
Fully
man,
fully
watch
loaded.
out!
Fully loaded. And
Watch out.
we hit the trails, and that's what I got mainly for Christmas was mainly accessories. I got a cargo box for the back of the side by side and a rear view mirror.
Okay.
And then days later, I got a after Christmas gift. It was the back bumper and some Nerf bars to go on the side. So it's
Now you have to get
it's all decked out now.
now you have to get a license plate for the front of it. DJ Cool Thing.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yep.
awesome.
I was going to say I felt like I was down there with Hunter this year because it's real warm for Christmas. So
Oh,
all
yeah.
the kids was outside riding their bikes and their scooters and all that stuff.
We our weather is up here in the Northeast has been so messed up. It's unreal. Like it was warm here. Say yesterday morning. I think it was yesterday morning. but the northeasternmost part of the state, it was freezing. It was below freezing. Schools were getting closed and delayed, and different things were shut down. I'm like, but it ain't that cold up. But up in that area, it was bitterly cold. So it's just the way the weather pattern's been running. It's been unreal.
Mm-hmm. Cause like today was kind of, I wouldn't say it was warm or hot, but it's not. It wasn't freezing. It was enough that you could wear a jacket, and it was like kind of like drizzly.
It was beautiful here in the Northeast. It's about 45 degrees, sunny all day. It was unreal. I'm like, oh my God, this feels like spring, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you get that little taste of spring, and I guess within a week or so, it's probably gonna be bitterly cold. Probably get 12 inches of snow. You never know. You know, it's the weather is like Mother Nature, unpredictable. You know.
Yep. So let's look at 2025. So, what was your biggest win for 2025?
For me, was DJing all the weddings that I had, and then DJing that. It was like an emergency wedding. To pull that off within 2 days' notice was a I can't even explain the win that was. To see how happy the guests were, happy the bride and groom were. They went from being so down and out because their DJ canceled because of supposedly being in a car accident. Now they're in litigation with him, the venue, the wedding coordinator. I mean, I don't know if I was at the right spot at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit them off. It is unbelievable. So I'm happy for them. But I was just blessed to have that many weddings this year. It's unbelievable.
Okay.
And this coming year is going to be the same thing. But my greatest thing I'm thankful for this year so far, coming up on the 21st, I'm having my hernia surgeries. So I want those hernias out or whatever they do for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, cool thing?
My biggest win for this year was actually starting my podcast.
Okay.
It's been doing so well since I started it almost last March.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten so many amazing viewers like you, Mikey Mike, and all of them. We got Shay watching the show. We got DJ Pretty Boy watching the show, and we had all these great viewers this past year for Time to Spend. It's been a great season for the Time to Spend podcast, and also a lot of the great DJ gigs. I've had the honor to DJ, like my first pep rally, school dances, to my first big huge charity event where I had to DJ for 6 hours in the heat, to DJ Night to Shine, to all these great gigs I've had so far. It was pretty amazing.
Okay. And then we look forward to seeing you go
Yeah.
live, hopefully in March.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. with
Can't
my
wait for that
co-host from California, DJ Reflex.
Beautiful.
Looking forward to seeing that. Therefore, we can talk to you all or chat while you
Yeah.
are live as opposed to doing it
Yeah.
all in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
mine was because somebody had asked me how things was going, and I had to think for a second. I was like, it seemed like it's been a long time, but it hasn't. It's like this was my first full year of just trying to DJ full time as opposed to having all these other things. So I had to think back. I was like, it's looking at the calendar, it's not a long time, but it seemed like I did a lot, and it was a long time. So thanks to Kevin, I got a chance to DJ a fireworks show. I got a chance to DJ a 4K marathon. So I got a chance to DJ a bunch of different kind of events. And I seemed like I was really consistent, at least doing 2 gigs a month up until December. At the beginning of December, that was my last one. So the last few weeks, I haven't had any, DJ gigs. But so
Yeah.
I took that time to learn how to use AI and automate a lot of my follow-ups and email responses, or when someone sends a lead, there's an automatic message that goes out. So I've been trying to play with that. I downloaded Recordbox, and I upgraded my virtual DJ. So I'm trying to find ways to clean up my library and then organize and ask questions and get to those playlists to bring over to Serato. So I'm still going to stay with Serato because that's what I'm used to DJing with. But as
Yeah.
far as trying to find duplicates, I've downloaded DJ CB's MLT program to find my duplicates. And then, what's his name? Chris M. I think that's his YouTube name, but I don't know his DJ name. He has a program called Library Dojo that works with Recordbox. So that's why I downloaded Recordbox. And it's supposed to be able to find certain tracks, or it's supposed to help you with your library management and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to find ways to make it better and streamline that. So that's what I've been doing. And then
And
last Go ahead.
don't forget your other big win from this past year, the show.
Yep.
Yes.
The
I was
Cue It
just
Up
gonna say
podcast.
that.
Yep.
You started it this past year.
Yep. That's because you stopped doing yours.
I know.
Well, I was sick and tired of all the stress and the anxiety that people have been giving me, and all the crap.
But honestly, Hunter, don't even worry about that stress and anxiety. I have that 24/7.
And
I-
plus having my show on another separate channel, it's been taking forever to grow.
Yeah, well, it does. Good things, for something good, it takes a long time for it to grow. Something that's so-so, it could grow quick, but people just look at it and say, well, yeah, we're gonna like it, but it's nothing but a bunch of baloney.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some shows out there. I scratch my head and say,
Yeah.
this person or this group got so many likes, so many subscribes. It's like, how, why, where, what were they looking at? What are these people seeing that I'm missing?
Yeah. I mean, restarting Time to Spin on my main channel has really helped out a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep it on one convenient channel.
Definitely. I just this week I had a gig on Saturday. I got a gig this past Wednesday, which was unexpected, from the Arc, which is for people of all ages, from teens through 60, 70 years old that have Down syndrome, or they're any type of mental disorder. They asked me to DJ, and I'm always there for them. But this gig wasn't planned, and they're like, oh my God, Mike, we gotta ask you. I'm like, I'll be there, don't worry about it. And then I have one tomorrow night again. So within 1 week, 3 gigs, and I have one last gig, and then I'm gonna take 3 months off because of the hernia surgery. I don't wanna try to do something and end up hurting myself and being off longer than I have to be. So
Yeah.
3 months, that's when I sit down, clean up my library. Honestly, the virtual DJ is their file management system is second to none. It'll show you every duplicate, everything that you have. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I got some amazing gigs coming up this year as well. Like next week, I'm gonna be DJing for the teachers of Ten Oaks Middle School, so that'll be fun.
Matter of fact, I got a call for a gig for January 24th, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! It's 3 days after my surgery. There's no possible way I could do it.
Yeah. And
So
also,
I-
and also in February, I got 3 or 4 DJ gigs, 2 on the same day.
Oh, God
Yeah,
bless
I got Night to Shine at 4 to 6, and I have to go to Wintermore Park Middle School and DJ from 6 to 9 for their, one of their dances. And I also got to go and DJ at Tin Oaks Middle School again for the Winter Pap Rally and the sixth grade dance.
Oh,
I mean,
awesome.
I'm just jam packed full of gigs.
Yeah. Uh, That's what well, I'm blessed I have enough equipment. I could have like 4 different DJs working for me. So, back in the day when I was healthier and younger, I was doing 2, sometimes even 3 gigs in a day. But I would go to the last gig, I have that all set up, go to the next to last gig, say if there's 3 gigs, have everything set up for the third gig, the second gig, and do the first gig. Hear a breakdown from there, fly right to the second gig. Everything's set up already because I have all my extra equipment. That's done. Break that down. Fly after the last gig. Everything's there. It's all set up already. Do that. Come home, and it didn't bother me. I was younger. Now I do 1 gig, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to recover. It's like I put so much into it in that adrenaline rush when I get home. I'm not going to bed till 5 o'clock in the morning, and it just wipes me out. It sucks getting old.
Hmm. Right now, I just have the one wedding in September, and then I have the lady that I did the black and white ball last year. She's doing it again. She's calling it the, what was it? Oh, the Spring Cabaret, and that's May
cool.
30th. So I'll be back at that Camelot Bikers Club again. So she's expecting more people because the biker club people will actually be there this time.
Oh yeah. Anytime you do anything with bikers, the turnout is usually phenomenal, and they had such a bad reputation. Some biker groups do because they'll say, "Oh, they're a gang, they're this, they're that." I work with 3 different biker groups, and they're for the veterans, and they do so much for veterans. It's unbelievable, unreal. It's like,
Yeah, I DJed for bikers like back in 2023 at Sam's Corner. It was for Bike Week, and it was hard finding the right song, the right type of songs for the bikers. I mean, what do I play for bikers? Like classic rock?
they they vary from classic rock to opera. I mean, you name it, they're all over the board. It's like you're doing a hard rock song, and next thing you know, you're doing Reality. Like, what the heck is this? But that's how they are. So you just go with the flow. That's it.
I mean, I guess one reason why they get a bad rap is because their bicycles are loud and they disturb the peace.
Yeah. Well, there is a reason behind that. The loudness makes you aware when you're driving the car. You could hear them coming. So that's one of the reasons. But then I hear these cars going by my house. There's no way they could hear a motorcycle coming because their music's so loud. You hear that super bass going. Woo. How could this person be enjoying the music? Their eyeballs have to be rattling in their head,
Right.
Yeah.
Because this group, they want R&B and throwbacks. So
Cool.
I'm
Great.
familiar with their songs because in Cleveland, a lot of them ride the big Harleys and they have their music blaring over their loud Harley because the Harley has that that
it
that
has
sound.
A hog has a distinctive sound. It's like, wow, and it seems like the louder it is, the more people are attracted to it. They're an amazing bike, amazing.
Yep. Before we continue, I would like to shout out DJ Maestro 249. He's in the chat.
Hello, DJ Maestro.
Yeah. So tell us where you're from. And so, because originally we were supposed to do this show on what was it, the 30th? Yeah, because the 31st was was New Year's Eve. But I needed a break. It's like after doing that cartoon, but then also we've gotten to the point where I'm going to my parents, and they finally trying to clean the house, so trying to get them to throw away our baby stuff and all this other stuff that it's a big fight.
It's hard,
Mm-hmm.
very, very hard. I know the same thing with my mom. It's it, it- my daughter, my wife. Two years ago, we got this huge dumpster, and we filled it up.
Mm.
We still have more stuff to throw away, and she would not let my. She was going through everything that my daughter brought downstairs, and oh no, this is good. No, that's good.
Oh,
Oh, he's DJ Maestro is from Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
basically from
We're
how is the
international
weather
now.
over there?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
How's the weather over there?
Yeah, I was gonna say how. Yeah, what time? Yeah, I was gonna ask him what time it is it over there?
Yeah, it's another. What time is it over there for us? You know,
Because I know when Donna Blend comes on, his is usually like 11 or 12
Yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
from Australia, the land down under.
Mhm.
yeah.
I might get him. I might get him as a guest on my show sometime this year.
It's
Just make sure
11
you don't bite his head off for,
I won't.
for if he say something to you.
I won't. I mean, we're all cool now.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
So in 2026, so what are some of the things that you're gonna that you want to like see that you want to try to either upgrade or since going back to what I was saying earlier, our original show from last week was supposed to be off a comment or video of I think it was Facebook video that Hunter did where he was wondering how to come up with content or
Ideas.
come up with fresh
Yeah,
content.
for-
Yeah,
for my
because he was
show.
yeah
my
he was
show,
sounding
man.
like the way we were sounding like 3 months into doing our podcast where we was running out of ideas.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I was
I'll
like,
tell you,
go ahead.
I've been watching a lot of podcasts and stuff and different shows on YouTube, and it seems like one person comes out with a show, and then so many other people come out with a show with a different title, but then when it comes down to the actual episode, it's like almost exactly of what that main DJ did, and they're they're building off of it, but to me, it's just that's just trying to steal from somebody else's show, you know. So what
Yeah.
we're doing here is original. We're not trying to feed off somebody else's
Yeah.
business or show or
Yeah.
trying to say, okay, well, this is this, but still actually come back to what that other DJ's
Yeah.
doing.
It's like with my Time to Spend show. It's like I'm trying to be unique. I'm trying to be original instead of running, instead of being repetitive. That's what I'm trying not to do is be repetitive and do the same, type of content over and over again, doing the same topics over and
Well,
over again.
it's not being repetitive if towards the end of the show you leave a big question mark.
Mhm.
You leave people hanging to come back next week to
Mhm.
see how that's going to finish off, and then you start it with your new show, and then you leave a question mark again. You know, that's
Yeah.
what you want to do, so that
Yeah.
people keep coming back. They want to see where this is going to lead to.
Yeah, because I was telling them I learned to as I go through my day, just keep my open mind, and anything that pops up, that's how I come up with a show idea. Because that Tuesday show, I had planned on talking about something totally different. It just so happened I saw Hunter's video. I was like, that would be a good show for
Yeah.
the end of the year. How do we stay fresh to for 2026? But then
Yeah.
also with our show, I try not to. I notice people come with like they deal with everything on a basic level. They don't do a deep dive, and I guess it's a teacher thing. I try to do a deep dive and explore the reason why that particular item or the way something's done, why that works, or the how, or trying to show. To me, I'm trying to put on a show of something that I wished was out when I started DJing, when I was looking for DJ content. So
Yeah.
that's my motivation for the topic, and then how we're going to go about discussing those topics, because we
Yeah.
could have easily said, "Oh, what do you plan on doing in 2026?" and then leaving it at that. But I wanted to do like a deeper dive.
Yeah.
I see it's 5:30 in the morning over there for him,
But
but
yeah.
he's like me. He's an
Wow.
early riser, you know.
But
I know.
but I have officially come up with ideas in time for my show, keeping it fresh and keeping it, you know, keep it going.
Yes,
It
yes.
seemed like
Like,
yours would be harder because you have to pre-record ahead of time.
yeah. But when I start going live with Reflex, then we can come up with ideas as we go along. Like he can help me with some ideas of what he wants to talk about, and then we'll throw in ideas together.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best thing is just collaborate together,
Yeah.
you know. And my
Like
grandmother always,
we already talked about doing a show on the 16th of March about DJ software.
Mhm. You're planning ahead.
Yeah.
You're gonna. I mean, you have the knowledge already of the
Yeah.
software that you're using,
Yeah.
and now best thing to do is try to look at other software.
Yeah, I do.
Why that may work for
Yeah.
somebody, why it may not work for you, why it may
Yeah.
work for somebody else. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff there that you could really get into.
Yeah. Yeah, within the last 8 years, I've been using all different types of software. I use Virtual DJ, I use Rekordbox, Engine, Serato, DJ Pro. I've used all the main ones.
I tried Record Box and I was like, Serato I could deal with, but
Mm.
Record Box was a little bit difficult for me. Not
Yeah.
difficult, but a lot of stuff that makes sense there to me. So I was like, I'm just going back to virtual. That's it. It's doing what I wanted to do, and that's it. You know, the other software I used at home.
Yeah.
Serato I did use out in the road when I first started DJing. That's all I used is Serato.
Yeah.
And then I got hooked up with virtual DJ, and I stayed there. That was it. You know.
Yeah.
So, DJ
since-
Maestro had asked, when did we start DJing? I know I
2018.
started. I backed into it. I used to be a music teacher in a public school system, so it was one of those things where the principal, her idea was, since I was a music teacher, that I can provide the music for the school dance. So I kind of like backed into it, and that was in 2003. So in 2014, that's when I decided to try to do it for real, because I was a bedroom DJ and I was just satisfied doing that and maybe getting a few bucks here or there to DJ. But then once I saw how much money was out there DJing for real, then that's when I tried to transition to being a professional mobile DJ. And then then I was gonna say, last year I retired from my full-time job to try to do DJing full-time.
Yeah. For me, I've been a DJ. Well, I started providing background music for my family parties at the age of 8. Started with a boombox and a CD collection. And then I took a long break until summer, actually April of 2018, when I started to really get out there and DJ. But it really hit me in the summer when I wanted to do this full time. I was like, wow, I'm a natural at playing music that people love and seeing people dance on the dance floor. I was like, wow, I should do this full time and do something to support myself, because I am autistic and I got to find a way to support myself, and it's hard for me to get a job. So DJing is the only thing I have, and it's been working for me ever since, over the last 8 years.
That's great. That's Hunter. That my hat goes off to you, buddy. You're building on something, even though you have a disability, but you're learning to do something that so many people that don't have any type of problems that are afraid to do it. And you see so many people today that they have to be actually backed into a corner, and then when they come out of that corner and they see how well they're received. Like, oh wow, this is great. I me myself, I started 22 years ago, was it 23 years ago, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Like I said, I used to do 2, 3 gigs a day, and not a day, but on a weekend it might be 3 gigs one day, 2 gigs another day. I mean, there was weekends that I did. Oh my God, the one weekend I did three on a Friday, 2 on a Friday, 3 on a Saturday, and 3 on a Sunday. So that's six. That's 8 gigs in one weekend. Like
Mm.
I think back now, I'm like, wow, I put myself through the thick and thin all in one weekend. Now that I got older, I slow down. I pick and choose what I want to do, who I want to do it for, and a hint to every DJ out there. Somebody may call you for a wedding or whatever type of party. I always ask, where is that? If there's steps included, and make sure you get paid for your time and travel if it's a distance that you have to travel. But I always ask where that venue's at, because this way you could look it up on the internet and you could see what you're getting into before you say yes. I don't just say, "Oh yeah, I'm open. I'll take it." I always say, "Let me check my calendar. You got all the information. Look up everything about that venue, and then you can make up your mind if you want to put yourself under that stress or duress for that day." Because some venues, I went to one venue, it was supposedly the ceremony was supposed to be on the second floor, the reception was supposed to be on the third floor. Turned out the reception was on the fifth floor, the ceremony was on the second floor. I'm like, this is crazy. And we had everything unloaded, so we had to pack up stuff down to the second floor.
Yeah.
But it all turned out to be good. It was a great night.
Mhm.
Food was amazing, amazing. The only thing I didn't like about Allentown, no place to park. You had to go to a parkade to park. It was like, oh my God.
Wait, did you say Allentown?
Yeah, Allentown.
Oh, just like the Billy Joel song.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I mean,
Wow.
Allentown's a beautiful town, but there is no place to park downtown. None at all.
So how do you come across all those gigs like back to back, all that?
Me, just word of mouth.
Okay.
I've never advertised anywhere. This past year was the first year I could say that I had so many gigs, and I, if you notice on my Facebook page, I barely had any posts on my Facebook page from doing different gigs this year. A lot of people, it wasn't that they're afraid of Facebook or don't want to be on Facebook, but it was, there were people at this gig or at this party or at this wedding that are in politics or whatever, so they didn't want to have them on Facebook, and you have to oblige them. Okay, no problem. I won't post anything. Before in the past, I mean, it was, I don't know, people were, the way politics is being run today, it's not ruining lives, but it's changed everything. And if you're associated with this party or that party or this party, they they want to be accepted by everybody. So please don't post nothing. Okay, no problem. And it doesn't hurt my business because they do. It's a reference. I'll say I'm doing a wedding for so and so at this venue. Um, the one person, they didn't want me to mention the venue. They didn't want me to take pictures of the venue. Nothing. It just I was able to post I'm doing a wedding, but not even for who. So it was like, geez, I'm so used to taking pictures and creating and capturing memories for the bride and groom and sharing my album that I made with them, and they could download the pictures, they could share them, whatever they wanted to do. But this year, I don't know, it just changed. Honestly, just changed. Everything was politically based. I don't know why.
Mm.
Really, I don't know why. I, to me, politics is. It shouldn't be even in the area of DJing. Whatever political party you're associated with, that's fine and dandy. but you're celebrating a wedding. You're not celebrating a win in a political party. So put it out there. Let people see the fun that you're having.
All right, so DJ Maestro said he started in 2003, and he plays hip hop and R&B.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
So for me personally, I play all kinds of music. I play everything that's mainstream from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, some of today. And I just play clean versions of pop, rock, hip hop, R&B. I play clean versions of rap, and I just play clean versions of every single genre. So I'm basically open format,
Mhm.
multi genre.
Yep, I'm an open
Same here.
format too, cause it's like all of us got to be open format if we're doing weddings, cause we do different
Yeah.
kinds of weddings and stuff.
Except if the bride if she says it's my day, and she gives you a list of music and do not stray from it, and then you look at the list and you go, oh boy. Do you know this song is X-rated? Yeah, I don't care. It's my day. And my grandpa are there, great grandma and grandpa are there. Like have some respect. You know they're gonna leave early. After the elderly people leave, I'll play anything you want me to play. But when your great aunt, great uncle, or might be great aunt, great uncle, great grandma, or great grandma, whatever, or even elderly neighbors, respect them. Don't play that dirty music.
So,
Save it for the end, and then I'll bang it out for you. When I first started DJing, I was scratching, I was this, I was doing that, and honestly, now it's basically transitioning. That's it. We're the transition point that you want to be at. Zip, go over to the next song.
yeah.
Um, the gig that I did this past Saturday, the one lady, it was her niece that got married. It was out of state, actually, it was upstate New York, and the DJ was from New Jersey that they had hired. And she told me, she goes, even with the oldies, like he did play everything from the 50s up to today, but you only heard like 20 seconds of the song. And it was off to another song, and then off to another song, then off to She goes, you could not enjoy one song. Nothing at all.
Because I was going to say, even though I'm open format, I like R&B, hip hop, especially the '90s hip hop,
Oh
or the West Coast rap with that G-funk sound. If I have to go throwbacks, I do your Parliament Funkadelic kind of songs on Cameo, Roger Troutman and Zap.
yeah.
And then lately I also like to play pop.
Yeah,
Your,
me
like
too.
pop or your EDM-ish kind of pop songs. So that's basically, oh yeah, I forgot gospel hip hop. Because I do a lot of church youth kind of gigs.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to play.
Yeah. When it comes to church events, I do play Christian music, but it's more contemporary. I even play Christian music that's made for kids, like Amber Sky Records, from Hillsong Kids Junior to all these kids Christian music at my church every single Sunday. But another genre I do like playing, since I live here in the South, is country music. Country music is huge here in South Carolina.
What kind of country?
Newer country like Morgan Wallen and stuff like that.
Because it really,
Like
I like,
the
actually, I
newer
like
country.
the newer country because
Yeah.
if you notice a lot of songs now, they're not one genre per se. They take elements from multiple genres. So it's like they're cross genres. So they're not totally country, they're not totally rap anymore. And I guess you could all say it's pop because it became popular.
But I do like some of the 70s country, the 80s country, the 90s country, the 2000s country.
I'll tell you,
Like when country music was country music.
two of the best country artists that am out of my eyes, Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson.
Ah, yeah.
And then you got Mickey Gilley. I mean, you're talking old school,
Mhm.
but they they set the basis for country. They weren't that really twangy country music. They were like country rock, more or less. And they set a lot of goals, or not a lot of goals, a lot of, they open up a lot of doors for the newer country, you know? And today, like, I could go on promo only and look at an album and say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get that one. And it says country on it, and then when I open it up, you know, I'm looking at it, then I'm looking at the genres of the songs. There might be 3 songs out of that album that are country. And it is a country artist, and then the other songs are pop. Yeah, it's a crossover, you know, but it's still country. So in my eyes, I just label it as country genre, country. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
I,
Oh,
I
and guess
said,
guess whose birthday's today? It would
Whose?
have been Elvis Presley's birthday.
what year was he born? 38, was it?
Uh,
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
let me check.
And he was actually,
Mhm.
he was rock, but country also.
Yeah, country rock. Yeah.
He was born January 8th, 1935, and he died August 16th, 1977.
I was 12 years old. I'll never forget that day because I was on my Schwinn bicycle. I had a radio on my bike that was built for my bike. It hooked onto the handlebars, and it came across, I think it was WARM. The king of rock had passed away. It was like the song American Pie. Yeah, but that song was written about Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and
Oh, the day the music died.
yeah, yep. I mean that's a great song.
Yeah.
Great song.
So since we're
I-
talking about songs, I was going to say, since we're talking about songs, what do you think was the top song in 2025? La Bamba. I like that movie.
Yeah.
That's an excellent movie. Honestly, I this may sound crazy. I'm a DJ and I don't listen to the radio.
Yeah, I don't
Do
either.
not listen to the radio at all. I get so sick of the commercials and the repetitiveness of.
Well, there's Sirius XM. They have no commercials or anything.
Well, yeah, no, I listen to Sirius. You know, I'm on there. I'll do 70s, then I'll do the 80s, and then I'll do like the 2000s.
Yeah.
But I'm not in the car that much, so to listen, like, you know, they say today's top 40. I'm like, I'll Google it. You know, I just I listen. My wife is a radio freak, so we're in the car. She has the radio on, and you hear the one song, and then 20 minutes later, you're hearing that same song again. Then you got 8 minutes of commercials, and then it comes back to that same song again. Like, don't. How many times are they gonna play this song in 1 hour? You know, I mean, that people get sick of hearing it. It's not like going back. I'll say when I was a kid. I'm 60, going to be 61 this year. So say when I was 10, 11 years old, you had radio stations. They played America's Top 40, and they played the songs, but it wasn't that repetitive. You know, like, I don't know what these programmers and the radio stations are doing. I know it's attracting business for them because they're playing the songs, so they're making more money for the radio station. But it just, I can't wrap my head around it. I'll Google the top 40 list, and then I'll go to one of the record pools. I'll listen to the song. Because, you know what? Honestly, if you look at top 40, there might be only 2 or 3 songs on there that could be related to a DJ.
Yeah.
That are hits for a DJ, or for a wedding, or for a graduation party. The rest of it is just thrown together music. That's why, you know, it's like a bowl of soup, you know, or a bowl of oatmeal. They just throw it together and that's it.
So, in your opinion, there's no classic songs that came out. You know, those classic songs like you have in the 80s, again, the 90s, there are certain songs that come out that are classics that'll stay.
There,
Go ahead.
I really this year, I know there wasn't really too many pop songs. If there was, I think only two or three that were DJ related.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pink Pony Club is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's stuff like that came out and that it's stuck in people's brains for weddings and everything. Thing is, what I noticed with today's music, it doesn't stick around
Mm.
that long
Yeah.
for us DJs to keep playing it, as compared to songs from the '90s, early 2000s, from the '70s, from the '60s. '60s was like, put it this way, '60s is like the 2000. I want to say from like 2018 to the present day, the '60s were. You know, it's just like there's songs there off and on, but nothing really that was. I mean, yeah, there were some big songs, but everything that came out, you only had that handful of songs that came out of the '60s. You know, you
Yeah.
take the '50s, you take the '70s. There was a mixture of genres. I know I was watching a YouTube show and they said go back to the '50s. It was just considered rock and roll music or pop music. It wasn't classified R&B. It wasn't classified this. It was music. Today, everything is classified, and people dissect so many songs that listen, this you know the person who wrote the song didn't mean it to be what it this person is dissecting it to be. You know, so it's like, why if you have to dissect the song that much, why even listen to music? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I had to pick some of the top songs from this year based on requests, it'll be Golden, Soda Pop, maybe Espresso. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't get, yeah, Espresso. But yeah, you're right, because there's not enough good music
I get a lot of
anymore.
requests for like the '80s, the
Oh
'70s,
yeah.
and it's not coming from people my age. This is coming from junior high kids, from sixth
Yeah.
grade dances. It's like,
Yeah.
and they ask me, yeah, hey, did you ever hear of ABBA? Like, yeah, yeah, I know I did. You know?
I mean, yeah, most of my requests come from like the 2000s.
Yeah, yeah,
Stuff
yeah,
when I was a kid and when I was a toddler. I mean, I was a toddler in the 90s. I was born in 94, so I spent 5 years of my life in the 90s.
yeah. It's like '90s music too. Is
Yeah.
it's
So
great, great
good.
music.
Yeah, because
Like, yeah.
I can't. 'Cause I was going to say I can't think of a song that was great, except for like us.
Not
That
like I said,
one is the
Kendrick
only one
Lamar.
I can think of that when they requested it, it was a rise, and you played most of the songs. Most of my requests been like TikTok, so
Oh, yeah.
it's like a 10 or 15 second thing that they want to do, a dance that they want to do, and then
Hmm.
move on. So
Yeah,
that's what I saw with my dances.
Yeah, most of the, like, especially when I started DJing at Tin Oaks Middle School, they wanted Young Boy. It's like, what?
hmm.
I don't know who Young Boy is.
You getting
Uh,
old.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be 32 this year.
well, there's it's sad to say because the recording industry or record industry,
Mhm.
the artists have to pay so much back to them that they really don't make nothing off their music, and they don't. Once they sign that contract, they don't own their music at all. It's the whatever company they sign with, they own the rights to that music. So that's why you're seeing these artists going out in concert, and the ticket prices are astronomical.
Yeah.
My daughter went to see, I think it was Harry Styles. I think she paid three or
Yeah.
$400 for a ticket.
Wow.
And guess what? She was at this concert. She was watching this big screen TV. That's all it was. That's how far away she was from the actual stage. And to me, that like if that's what you have to do to see a concert, I wouldn't go. Pay that kind of money. I should be up there in front by the. I should be up almost right on the stage paying that kind of price. I mean, I went to see Bon Jovi with Night Ranger. Bon Jovi opened for Night Ranger. The ticket was $7.50, and that included the Ticketmaster um, price tag on top of it. And I was 12 feet away from John Bon Jovi. Um, I went to see Ozzy Osbourne. I was
Oh, may he rest in peace. May he rest in peace.
about
Rest in
100
peace,
yards.
Ozzy.
Yes, I was about 100 yards away from him. I mean, 300 feet, that's a long distance. Now, I went to see, well, not went to see, I worked the Motley Crue concert, I worked the Aerosmith concert. I met them personally. I mean, they were a bunch of great guys, wild, eccentric, I mean, off the wall craziness. But they, how can I say, I mean, I look at concerts today, you see the stage, and then there's this big gap between the stage and the first row of people. You know, in between there's all security. It's so sad that in today's world, that artists and even the people going to the shows are in fear of their life because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Really,
The last concert I went to was Duran Duran. It was their Future Past tour. They were celebrating their 40th anniversary, and it was them, Nile Rodgers and Chic opening up for them, and Bastille,
oh, cool,
and they were so good.
cool.
Yeah, that was the most memorable concert I've ever been to. Was Duran Duran.
My last
I
concert,
mean, seeing Simon Le Bon up there, he was amazing, and the rest. The other one that wasn't on stage was Annie Taylor.
okay.
Yeah, because he was sick or something. He had cancer,
Uh,
so he wasn't at the show. But the rest of the original band was amazing. So
I,
me and my mom, we party like the '80s.
oh God, yeah. I seen Neil Diamond twice in concert. I mean, I seen so many concerts, which was unreal. But I seen Neil Diamond twice in concert, phenomenal. And then my last concert that I went to see was Prince.
Because I was going to
And
say that was the last one I went to, the musicology one.
Yeah.
His show was amazing, amazing, amazing. The opening act came out, and nobody knew Prince was playing in that band. You know, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, this band," and all of a sudden you could hear the guitar going. It's like, that
Speaking of
sounds like Prince. You know, and
see with Prince, he's back in the charts now, all thanks to Stranger Things.
yeah, oh
He's
yeah,
in 5.
yeah. He his show was totally amazing. The guy was so talented. He played. It was so funny because like all of a sudden everything got quiet except for him and his guitar solo. Then the guitar stopped. They heard the drums going. Then they put the spotlight on the drums. It was him playing the drums. Then it went to the other instrument. Then it went to this. And it was him playing every instrument on that stage. I was like, that is pure talent. I mean, that poor guy. I mean, he worked himself. I mean, it was unreal. I if there was 30 hours in the day, he would work 32 hours that day. That's how he was, and he demanded the same thing of his band too.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember. The first concert I ever went to. It was back in 2003. It was Elton John and Billy Joel with their face-to-face tour,
Oh, cool.
not knowing that now they would almost both be retired.
Well, Ellen John's coming back around again, isn't he?
Wow.
I think
I don't
he's
know.
having another show coming around again.
Wow.
But again, concerts aren't what they used to be. I mean,
Yeah.
before when you were on the floor, you were able to be right on next to the stage. I mean, if the artist came up to the edge of the stage, you were able to, high five them, whatever. Today, you're 75 to 100 feet away from the stage. It's the world that we're living in today. it's just so sad. And today, I know it was right before the Christmas break. There was a student arrested. I forget what school here, somewhere in Pennsylvania, with these 3D printers and stuff like that. The person actually made a plastic gun, plastic bullet, plastic shell casing, loaded it with gunpowder, and it was actually it fired that bullet which could kill somebody. And the student tried to get in school with it. No metal detectors went off, nothing. But here another student squealed on that student, and they were able to apprehend him. Now that student has a permanent record. That's it. He's scarred for life.
Hmm.
Technology is great, AI is great, but you have to put limits on it. You have to, because if not, it's just gonna hurt people.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
So I was going to ask, going back to what what our show was supposed to be about. I was going to say, so what is that what if moment for you in 2026? So what is going to be your what if moment?
My what if moment is gonna be the first gig I do after my hernia surgery. I'm gonna
Okay.
be, oh, please let me make it through this night, So that's
So-
gonna be my what if moment for this year.
So what are you going to implement? Like bring in, what are you going to do? Change or try to level up or upgrade?
I'm going to try to just add a little bit more of me into it.
Mhm.
I'm not a DJ that likes to be on the microphone a lot. I'm not a DJ that likes to be out in the dance floor, dance with the people. I like to walk around and talk to the people and get to know them a little bit better. So when I get back into the booth, I can hit up a song that they'll go, "Oh my God, how did he know I like that song?" Just by talking to the different guests at that party
Mhm.
or wedding, whatever it can be, just talking to them, you can get so much information off them. It's unbelievable. And when you throw a song on that, because what they told you from talking to them, and it hits them like a ton of lead. It's like,
Mhm.
oh my God, how did he know? How did he guess that we'd like something like that? And that's what I used to do before the hernia surgery, or before the hernias came along. I'd be out talking to everybody in the crowd. Um, I would put, like, say, Meatloaf on "Bat Out of Hell" or "Paradise by the Dashboard Lights," which is like almost a 9-minute song, and I would go talk to people and come back, and I had a good idea what my next set was going to be.
Hmm.
Now I'm just watching the crowd, and I'm predicting and hopefully gonna hit it with them, which 9 times out of 10 I do. Thank God for that. But I want to be more interactive with the crowd, but not interactive that I'm taking away from the bride and groom, that I'm stealing the show on the dance floor for them. I seen them one DJ lead the "Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot," the Buster Poindexter song. He actually led the conga line. Like, no, you don't do that stuff. I'm sorry. That's for the bride and groom to do.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy. So my what if is, what if I go to Night to Shine this year and the same thing that happened last year to me happens again?
You need one of
I'm
those
alive.
stages like the
No.
DJ Mikey Mike was saying, where you have to be 75 feet away from the stage so they don't bother you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if I start lashing out again? I start getting stressed and I get anxious, like not really anxious, but more aggravated and this,
Hunter.
that, and the other. Like, what if I turn this into a stressful night? Then they're not gonna invite me again.
Your best thing to do: breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and think positive.
Yeah.
No matter what this person's saying to you, look at him, put a cabbage on his head.
Mhm.
You just totally blank out what he's saying to you. You can agree with him. Say yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
You show
Well,
them that they're
well,
not
yeah.
getting to you.
Yeah.
that stresses them out, and guess what? Then they leave you alone. They'll walk away from you because they know they can't get to you.
Or I was going to say, tell the school what
It's
your
not a school,
concern
it's
is, so therefore
no,
they can be
it's a-
there
it's
to
a-
police it.
yeah, it's not a school, it's a church.
Church or
It's a big church. And this one guest, he's been bugging me, been bullying me, harassing me, saying that he's going to take my job, he's going to take my DJ gigs, he's going to do this and do that. I mean,
Well, is there a moderator there or anything?
yeah, there's tons.
All right. Well, go up to a couple of the moderators, and do you have a picture of this man? If
I
you have
do.
him on
I
Facebook,
do.
or if you can find a picture of him on
Well,
Facebook,
well, I have him blocked.
okay. Well, if you get unblock him, put a
No,
picture.
I'm not. I'm not gonna unblock him.
Well, what I'm
A
saying,
lot. A lot of the leader of the special needs ministry told him to keep him blocked, so he doesn't bother me again.
well, does this
Just
does
let
the
it be.
leader know what he looks like?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
He's been trying to talk to him, and he just doesn't listen.
Ask him to print a couple pictures out and give it to the other moderators in the group, and say, listen, if you see this gentleman going up to Hunter, please go up and get him before he even gets up by Hunter. That way, it'll stop
Well,
him before he even gets to you.
Mm. Well, I'm the one who mostly gets yelled at. So yeah, that's my
yeah,
what
well-
if. Like, what if that happens again?
Yeah.
I
Well,
want this
that's
to
what
be.
you-
I want this to be a nice,
Yeah, you want to nip
fun night for the rest of the special needs community, and just let them enjoy themselves.
Now you can do.
What?
Get police tape up, and put it around the DJ booth. Do not cross this line.
Yeah, that's what Kevin does. He has like a stretchy one of those stretchy things that you see at like the mall or a movie theater to keep people out of his space.
Yeah.
I'm very
But
open.
but I think what I'm going to do is, if this guy bothers me, this guest bothers me, I'm just going to tell one of the helpers, because there's tons of helpers
Yeah.
out there in the crowd, making sure everything goes well, that everyone behaves themselves.
One thing I learned, I had guests that did bother me at certain events I did, and then also a couple weddings I did. And it wasn't guests; it was the children, which I can't say I don't like children at a wedding. I don't mind them, but the parents should be watching them. In this one wedding, the parents just let the kids run wild because they just wanted to down their beers or their highballs or whatever they were drinking. And I got on the microphone one time and I said, ladies and gentlemen, whosever children these are up here by my lights, can you please come up and get your children and please control them. I don't want to see them get hurt by the lights. They're LED lights. No, it's not gonna burn them. But when you're staring, they have a light this close to your face, it's gonna hurt your eyes eventually. Said it once, I said it twice. This third time I didn't say nothing. I just hit pause on the controller, and everybody just stopped. Everybody on the dance were like, "What's going on?" I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third time I'm mentioning this." I said, "So can you please get your children away from the lights? Once you do, we'll continue with the music." Well, when that happened, the bride and groom got mad, not at me, but got mad at the parents of these children and went up and told them about it. So listen, keep the kids away from the DJ and his equipment. So that was it. That ended it right then and there.
Yeah, so 2026, my what ifs or upgrades I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to implement these new marketing tools or suggestions that I've been getting, because I still want to upgrade and try to incorporate that beta booth by the
Did Santa Claus
2027.
bring that for you?
Huh?
Did Santa Claus bring it for you?
No,
beta booth?
remember the people over 18 didn't get anything. It was all
Oh,
about
that's
the
right,
little
yeah.
kids this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
But
man.
it's like, but also around that time, our hot water tank start leaking. So that was
Oh.
that was my beta booth money went to pay for a new
God bless
hot
you.
water tank.
electric or the gas.
Gas.
They're not as expensive as the electric. I think the electric are more expensive, but it's
Hmm.
more labor
My
intensive.
pocketbook didn't feel that way.
No, I know, I know. I remember gas water heaters like used to be like $100. Now you're talking, if you get a gas water heater, and it's if you can do it yourself, which is great, but if you can't, you're talking at least close to $2,000.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
And then we have an old house, so we've been, because this is like our third one. But we had someone go and get the basic hot water tank and installed it for us. But it's like there's no reason for these things to keep going out like that. So this time I just decided just go ahead and pay a real plumber and a company to come do it. And come to find out we needed some updated plumbing. And it was this other little tank that kind of like helped with the pressure. So we wouldn't, so it wouldn't rust out. But then people never told us about what do you call it? Like releasing the water, draining the tank, and all the maintenance stuff. I just thought you set it up and you're good to go.
Set it,
But-
forget it.
Yeah, but that's not the case. You're supposed to take let the water seep out, clean it, and all this other stuff. So
Yeah. Yep. A friend of mine, him and his wife built a new home.
Mhm.
But prior to them building a new home, they lived in an older home. Water heater went once, and then like 5 years later, the water heater went again because he bought one of the cheapest water heaters. So when he built a new home, there was this new system that they came out with, and it was just he showed me a picture. There's like one water line going in, and like it just spidered out, and then went through all these like little radiator things, and then it went to the sink, the washer, the bathroom had their own pipes going to it, and it was continuously hot water, but there was no hot water heater. Those vents got hot. When the water passed through, it turned the water almost boiling hot.
I was going to tell, type in the chat to Buddy, like, yep, I know to drain the hot water tank now after
Yeah.
spending a few $1,000s.
Yeah, it's funny. Before I used to not yell at my wife. I'd be like, "Who let the hot water run? Why are you letting the hot water run that long?" And then to find out, it's better to let that run because it's actually draining your tank for you, and it's refilling your tank up basically from the bottom up. Because once the water gets cold coming out of your faucet, that tank is empty.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a big tank. I got like I think it's a 50 or 65 gallon tank. I got one of the biggest tanks going. And I'm like, how do you spend that much hot water? Like what the heck did you do? But actually, it's actually better for that tank. You wouldn't believe it. But draining it is probably the best thing you could do because you're getting all the contaminants out of it. If there's any rust on the bottom, that's blowing out with everything else,
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make sure you run that hose outside too,
Yeah, but luckily our tub downstairs is right next to it, so
Oh, that's good. So you could just put right to the drain and away it goes.
I see Diego is in the
Hey,
chat.
Diego, what's
What
up?
happened to Diego?
What's up?
And then Buddy said that hey Buddy, so I know you used your photo booth one time before the we took that little short break. So did you get a chance to use it again for the second time? And I'm thinking about getting the Hunter booth. I haven't heard of that one.
Me
I
neither.
did. Was it, what's his name uses it? DJ Barnett, is it?
Hunter
I
booth.
think it's him that uses it.
Let me see.
I might be doing a farewell
Oh,
tour.
he getting the Hunter booth. No, wait a minute. The Pro X, the one with the TV
Wow.
built-in.
Dang.
Buddy, did you hit the lottery?
Go on. Oh, it does look cool.
Mm-hmm.
For me, as far as upgrades, I have no plans of upgrading anything. I'm just going to use the same old until it falls apart.
Mm-hmm. You might be
Yeah.
if you don't get your thing together, you might have to
Buddy, I
get a
did
new
3
mixer.
gigs already
Not a
this
mixer,
week.
new Mixstream Pro if you're gonna get that platter fixed.
Oh, or save up for one of those Denon DJ ones. Those look cool.
I'm done.
But I'll try wiping down the jog wheel and see if that works.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the same thing I used to clean my glasses, and it should probably work.
Yeah, that one. If you
I,
had again that
We
that
have
spray stuff, the
we
air.
got the wipe. Yeah, we got the wipes that I used to clean my glasses with, and maybe I can try using one of those.
buddy, I understand you gotta make spend money to make money, but
Uh,
guests don't. It's not about
no,
the guests don't care what
no,
you have or what brand you have. They're there to hear music and party. That's all it is.
definitely.
You could have, like, I watched Brian Esper's video today. You could have the best equipment, the best mixer, the best this, the best that. That doesn't mean nothing. You have to be the best at what you do.
Yeah.
And I, I get a kick out of these guys that go out and buy the best speakers or the cheapest speakers that try to make them sound the best. Um, you know, I have budget speakers, which I do make sound really good. And I don't say, well, hey, I got. To me, everything is. I hate when people say, well, it's a beginner's mixer or a beginner's controller or a beginner's speaker. Guess what? You're buying it at Guitar Center, you're buying it at CZ Sounds, or you're buying it at Sweetwater. You're buying pro gear. I don't care if it's beginner gear, like they say, or top of the line, like they say. It's to me, it's professional gear.
Mhm.
End of story. Um, if you want to invest, but I don't know how much the hump there is. All that is
Well,
is
well,
you know
what
how
I saw is like over $2,000.
so you're going to invest $2,000 in it. Can you use it at every gig? No, you can only use it at maybe 3 or 4 gigs out of the year. So if you use it at 4 gigs, there's 48 other weeks that it's sitting collecting dust. Why not go out and rent one for that?
Yep, $2,199.
Ooh, buddy, give me some of your money. I'll send you a lot of pizza, pal.
So what you're telling me that I shouldn't have got a bigger controller. I could have used
No,
this
I
one.
love that one.
That thing would have been just fine.
So I guess I was wrong. This is now a toy controller. So
Well, there are things you do have to upgrade. But like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
had a
like
little-
it's like people have been bugging me about the new Mark Mixing Pro. Like, get the go, because it's battery powered. It's battery powered. I don't care. I like the wall powered new Mark Mixing Pro.
I mean, I had that little music, whatever it is, that little Newmark one, and I had the Hercules one.
Mhm.
They're only like 2.5 inches wide and maybe about an inch high.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a tiny little mixer. The platters are only like this on it, like a little bigger than a silver dollar. It's great for doing a backyard party, something like that, or even doing the ceremony music on, or if you just Bluetooth your computer to the speaker, boom, you don't even need that. So to me, spending money to make money, yes, that is the case. But how much money are you going to keep spending?
Yeah, you're right.
You're not impressing it. All that glitters isn't gold. It's an old saying, and you could go out and try to attract a higher paying customer by buying that stuff. But guess what? Sometimes the higher paying customer looks at the other DJ that doesn't have that
Hunter booth or whatever it can be, and they'll say, "Well, hey, I'm going to book this DJ. He's offering more than the other DJs offering with this Hunter booth or whatever." I know there was a DJ around here locally. He started this thing with setting up cameras all over the room, and he had I guess a Hunter, something. This is before the Hunter booth, but it had a big screen TV on it. And then he had a couple other TVs positioned on speaker stands.
Mhm.
And it turned out, the one wedding turned out to be a complete war because people started making fun of people when they were drunk out there dancing. And actually, the owner of the venue asked him to shut the TVs off because nobody was dancing. Well, there was a handful of people dancing while the other people were laughing at them on the TV. So the owner of the venue said, just pull the plug on them before a war breaks out. I get it. They're great if you're doing a ceremony and the ceremony's inside and people in the back of the venue can't see the bride and groom. Sure, now you have it up on the TV, you have them mic'd up, they can hear everything. That's awesome. But to do it throughout the course of the night, no, I just, it could be a disaster. Honestly.
Isn't it the Hunter? Isn't that what Jeff or Brentley or both of them have? Because it looked like this the one, the wooden one with the TV in the front.
Yeah, I think it's all together too. You got to make sure you slide it right up in your van. If I'm not mistaken.
But he has the van. He has the big vehicle for it.
Yeah,
I just don't
yeah,
have
but he
the
has
big
all that other
muscles
gear in
for
there
it.
too. He has all that other. He's going to have to buy a bigger Mercedes now.
Mhm.
Oh no, wait. He'll drive one and Tracy will drive the other. Have two of them. Have a T on the one Mercedes and have a B on the other one. You know, TBM Productions.
Mhm.
No, buddy. I mean, it's great. I mean, I can see your philosophy. Yes, you got to spend money to make money. Um,
No, it's
I,
foldable.
I mean,
Okay.
I would invest it in the stock market. You're gonna make a lot more money there. You know.
All right. So, Pretty Boy and Buddy, how was you all's Christmas? Before we head on out. And he said it's, and then he says star.
Yeah, it's no, it's foldable.
Mm.
Okay, the one I
Wow.
I forget if it was the Hunter. Somebody had some kind of booth, and they actually it did not fold or not that it had wheels, and they had to wheel it up into their van and wheel it back out of the van. I'm thinking, why? Why? I mean, okay, yeah, everything is in that booth. Sure, you get there, you plug it in, but again, you're taking chances. You're transporting that down. You can strap it down and everything. But everything that's inside that booth, like your controller and everything, you can't strap all that down. You get hit by the side, you slam on your brakes, there goes your mixer, there goes your controller. You know, it's to me, rather take it there, set everything up, and yeah, it may take a little bit longer, but your stuff is safe.
Yeah, but I think he got the van where you can strap everything, tie everything down so it doesn't move.
Well, the thing is, you're tying it down, but like your um, controller and your mixer, you're setting it in there, and you can't strap that down unless there's certain locks on it or something. But if you slam out your brakes, yeah, or you get hit by, like, say, in the side, or you hit somebody from behind, or somebody hits you from behind, that controller or mixer is going to fly out of that cutout space for it.
Mm. And then he
And
says,
Buddy said his Pro X one is 7 years old. Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
That's almost around the
Time
same amount of time I've been a DJ, almost 8 years, about a year.
I never
Wow.
forget when I first started DJing, laser lights were the thing. You had to have laser lights. Everybody, every DJ had laser lights, mini quintas. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
oh my god, I have so many mini quintas. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, now I'm like, I don't care what light comes out. I have my Chave FX2s. I have them.
Mhm.
I have my Par 4s. I have my mini Halos, and I have they're the they're the mock tubes or whatever the heck you want to call it. They're the knockoff brands, and people love them. You know, I'm not. I think they were like $100 for 4 lights. So it was $100 a light, which wasn't bad, and they serve the purpose. You know, so that's all that counts for me.
Yeah.
You know, again, the customer doesn't care if it's this brand or that brand or that brand. They're there to have a good time. That's
Definitely.
all. You know, and even if you have A brand or if you have F brand, you're still charging the same price. You're still doing a wedding. You're still playing for 5 hours or 6 hours or whatever your venues are allowed. We here in northeastern PA, it's basically a 5 hour wedding, and my price is $2,500. I don't care if I have 8 lab lights or if I have Joe Schmo lights. I'm still $2,500 because the customer doesn't care what light you have or what brand of light you have. They just want lights there. They want music. You want to make sure your audio system is nice and clean. That the music is coming out is nice and clear and clean. You don't want no Gemini speakers up on a stand that you did 10 gigs with already because the music's. But otherwise, you get a decent set of speakers, you're good to go with. You know, believe me.
Yeah. You know, my JBL Eon 612s are almost 6 years old. This upcoming like Christmas 2026, they'll be 6 years old. They just turned 5 years old.
My EKXs, I think, are 11 or 12-year-old.
Dang.
They're wooden. There's no DSP on it. There's a knob. You have a button turn on. You got your high and you got your low. That's it. Boom, done. And the sound quality out of them is unbelievable, unreal.
Yeah, same thing with my Eon 612s. They sound amazing, especially for the size of venues that I DJ. They sound amazing.
Hunter,
Hmm.
you knocked out of the park right there. What do you think about that, Hitman? What he said.
What did he say? He just said something about, I don't know.
The
I ain't
size
gonna
of
lie. I tried to act like I was listening. I was thinking my mind was going to the next topic. I'm not gonna. I can't lie. I can't even get out of it like I was paying attention.
I said my Eon 612s sound amazing for the size of venues I DJ here in the South. They're all medium to small sized.
Same here in the Northeast. Very rarely do I have a big venue, but even when I do, I still use my 12-inch speakers. That's it. I mean, did you see the shorts on YouTube that I did at the cheer competition? I used two 12-inch tops and my two subs, two 12-inch subs. The music was so loud, I got so much praise from each coach. And the one coach last year went to States and they said the DJ sucked. I'm like, that bad? Oh yeah. So she showed me pictures of the guy set up. He had excuse me, 4 15s on top, and he had 4 18-inch subs. Like, and he sucked. She goes, yeah. She goes, you could barely hear the music. It was echoing all over the place inside the gymnasium. Like, well, he didn't place them the right way then. You know, you got to learn. So many DJs go in and they just, boom, done. I'm set up. You know, and they have their speakers angled the same way as they do in every venue that they're in. Each venue is different. You have to angle your speakers differently. Old Forge is right up the street from me and about 10 miles away from me. Every venue in Old Forge has a stage. I don't care if it's a little bar or if it's a wedding venue. Every place in Old Forge has a stage. And 7 out of 10 stages up there suck. The one venue I was at, I put my sub on the floor, and the guy's like, why you have the sub down here on the floor? I said, I'm not putting it up there on the stage. Why not? I said, here, I'll put it up there. I'll turn it on. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. He said, that doesn't sound good. I said, no, wait, hang on. Same song. Here's where I started at. 28 seconds into the song. I put it on the concrete floor, turn it on 28 seconds. He's like, oh my God, that sounds great. Of course, you're on a solid ground. You have a hollow stage that isn't made with the right wood. So it's yeah, it looks cool because it's a stage. No, doesn't work. Sorry.
Hmm. Yeah, you next time you need to tell them to tune into our Cure It Up show, episode 10 with Buddy. Buddy will
Yes.
set him straight.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I love,
Yeah.
like I said, I love when they have stages. They think, and every venue tries to outdo the other venue because they may make say the one stage is 20 foot long, the other one might be 22 foot long, the other one might be 4 inches off the ground, the other one's 12 inches off the ground. It's like, oh, why are you giving me these headaches? You know?
Mhm.
My Eon 612 sounded even amazing. Like when I was on the stage in Ten Oaks Middle School, it's actually a two-sided stage. Like one side faces the cafeteria where I was doing the dance, and the other side faces the gym where I was doing the pep rally. And wow, sometimes I was told to turn it down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe it. Tomorrow night I'll be up at St. Peter's and Paul's Church in the hall, and the hall is a big hall because it was the cafeteria for the school at that time. And when they first made it into a venue, it was so echoey in there. It was unbelievable. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I had to twist my speakers this way, this way, this way. Finally, I got the music to bounce the right way, so it killed a lot of the echo. So the priest comes down. He says, Mike, how do you like the house? I said, Father, it's beautiful. The only problem is too much echo. He said, well, what do we do for that? I said, well, you could buy. I said, you don't want to put the film up on the thing. I said, but you could buy actual panels that put up on the wall that will take away that echo. Well, they invested probably about $30,000 worth of these panels. Now the sound is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So Buddy went on to say that two good 12-inch tops will work for most events that we do. And I still want to buy my all 8s setup. We will see. Yeah, Buddy
all
just
8
like to
setup?
spend. He like to spend money.
Yeah, I know. I'm still waiting for them to get the bass box speakers. That's all I want to see. Honestly, buddy, buy them, man. Buy them.
Yeah.
From what I hear, if you do a lot of unboxing and stuff, you get a lot of money on YouTube. He buy enough gear, he should just be unboxing them so he can get his money back.
Yeah. And going back to your new booth, buddy, I'm still rocking a 2 to 3 year old DJ booth, the Rockville Rock booth, and it's still working just fine. It does exactly what I need it to do.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a perfect size.
the old saying is, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
No.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's. But I can see Buddy's point. Don't get me wrong. I see his venues that he plays in. They are amazing. They are huge. They're large. They're unbelievable. I wish we had 2 of his venues around in the area that I live in. Most venues here, I can actually reach and touch the ceiling. There's only a couple that I can't, And then if I can't touch them, there might be. If I raise my hand up, it's just about 10 feet, so they might be about 12 and a half, 13 feet high. I mean, it's overkill for me to buy something like that, and I'm going to post some pictures tomorrow night. I set up, first I'm using my Pro X
scrim. I don't know, my what do you call it? Oh my god. I had a total brain fart then. My facade, the
Mm.
5 panel facade. And it's I love it. But if I went to any of the venues I DJ, except for the one venue, I know I could get away with it in there. The rest of them I can't. There's no possible way. I would take up more than a quarter of the dance floor. You know, so it's good for certain things, and it's not good for most of
Right, he says he still has his big booth, and he loves that thing. Just wants something with a video screen on it.
Ooh, we now with the video screen, you can try out the video features like the karaoke mode and the lyrics with Virtual DJ 2026.
things. Yeah,
Have them do a sing along.
Hmm.
sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Yeah.
Are you do the monkeys? I'm a believer. Who wrote that song? Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm starting to feel like Cool Thing when we was on his show. It was like, you know how he used to get to a point where he says, "Well, that's it. I don't have anything else on my sheet to talk about."
One thing I'm
Buddy
going
said-
to
Buddy
add
said
in the
no.
pictures too.
Buddy said no.
I want to
Come on,
start doing
buddy.
some more video and hopefully taking pictures
Mm.
of each event as long as the client allows me to do so. One thing I did stop doing when I do school dances, I refuse to take any pictures there, even though the teachers tell me to. I just say no. I'm sorry. I'm not going to post anything with students on it. There's too many sick people out there in the world today.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you know. It just
Yeah.
I said I will take pictures. I will send them to you, and if you need to use them for the yearbook, whatever, that's fine with me. It's staying with inside the school. That's it. But I want to get into taking videos and taking pictures and stuff like that at different gigs I'm doing, even if it's just for myself, so I could see if I'm making mistakes or whatever. You learn by your mistakes. So if you catch your mistake on video, you got it right there. Instead of somebody telling you, "Oh, you made a mistake doing this," or "You should have did it this way," you rewatch that video, you see that, and you say, "Oh yeah, I did. Oh man, did I screw up?" You know.
Because I thought you got a new camera, so all those gigs you didn't get a chance to use it yet.
No, I didn't even take them on the box yet.
Oh,
They're
what are you
still in the
waiting for?
boxes. I want to do some unboxing videos and just everything with my hernias. Going to therapy. I'll tell you, 2 weeks ago, the week is Christmas, they scheduled me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for therapy. I went Monday and Tuesday. That Wednesday, I couldn't move off the couch. I was like, every bone in my body felt like it was broken in 3 places. I'm like, this ain't good.
And
This
yeah,
ain't
Diego said y'all better not cut it short. Y'all have a 2-hour reputation to keep.
Oh, and that made me think of Kevin when I showed the cartoon, and the cartoon started to go off, and he was like, "Wait a minute, that's it?" I was like, "Kevin, you know how long it took me to be able to do 15 minutes of that video?"
It's, I mean, people don't realize how hard it is to do stuff like that. Even though AI is generating it,
Oh, yeah.
you're still in control of it, and you have to make the final decision. It's unbelievable how much time goes into it. People don't realize that, but there is a lot of time invested in it.
Punch me sing. I'm not the best singer. That's why I became a DJ, because I'm not the best singer in the world.
I know some DJs that became singers. The one guy is a Neil Diamond impersonator now, and he's been doing it for over 20 years. And he tours all over the United States, and he's good. He sounds somewhat like Neil, but it's just I don't know how he's really getting away with it. I just
I would do some singing, but I don't want to get hit with copyright with all the instrumentals that I want to play. No
Yep.
way.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait to start using the new cameras, Dwayne. Um, I've been watching a lot of videos on these products, and there's so many mixed reviews on them. It's unbelievable. One person saying don't buy it, one person saying it's the best thing since sliced bread, and it's just like anything. Like buying a car, you could read a review on it, and 100 people are saying don't buy that Buick. You're
Yeah.
going to be, oh, you're going to be cursing yourself up and down. And then you get 101 people say, buy that Buick because it's the best thing since sliced bread. So who do you believe?
Mm-hmm.
How's you got your X5? Is it X5 or is it X4 camera?
I thought he had the GoPro. He had the
No,
black
no.
GoPro.
Yeah.
Which
GoPro.
one do you have, Dwayne?
I have the X5 and the X3.
Yeah, I have the GoPro Hero 13 Black, and this thing
Whoa.
looks phenomenal.
I'll tell you, the X5. I was leaning to getting that, but the thing is, I was already in the ecosystem of the DJI products, and a switch out of that, it was just going to be not hard, but I'd be giving up a lot of ground. I could color grade everything with if I shot with the X5 or the Action 5 or the Action 6 or the Nano. Everything is so compatible. You could color grade each one will match up perfectly, so which is great. The batteries are compatible to each, well, not each product, the 5, 6, and the 360 all take the same batteries. So that's another plus right there. I know that X5 and the X3 and the X4, they all take different batteries. But one thing nice about the X5 is if you damage the lens, you could change the lens. But the not the DJ Nano, the DJ 360 Osmo 360, if you damage the lens, you got to send the whole thing back to DJI. They replace the lens and then they send it back to you. I could see them in the near future coming up with a tool or whatever, sending that to you or selling that, and you could replace the lenses yourself. So
And so DJ Pretty Boy is asking about my opinion on the X5. I like it because where I comparing it to the X3, the X5 is a little bit bigger, but the picture quality is a little bit better. But still, the drawback is if you have to zoom in real close, then the pictures is kind of like it's crappy. It's not even blurry. It's just crappy. It's good for things that's within reason. Being you don't have to be super close, but it can't be way across the room. Because if you looked at the video that I did when I was doing the introductions, the bridal introductions from the dog brewery, when I tried to zoom in and get the wedding party entering, you saw how grainy it looked compared to the way I looked because it was right there. Also, the way the body is made, it's made to be plugged in and ran for a long period of time without overheating. It still gets hot, but it doesn't overheat. Like my X3, it will overheat and then shut off a lot until eventually the motherboard burnt out. Again, just like what DJ Mike said, if you damage the lens or scratch the lens, you can replace it. What else do we have that's pretty cool?
Oh, with the GoPro, I can put it on my head, and it's like they're seeing what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
POV.
Yep, you can do
Yeah,
that. You can do
POV.
that because it's easier to do it with the X5 too, because you just buy the little latch, the little screw latch, and that'll work. And I used with that. I have one of those little metal holders. You can either hold it like this and I could use this. You can hold it, the holder like this, and use it as a selfie, or because it's a magnet, I can just because I have the Rockville photo booth, I can just stick it there and just leave it and it get everything. And then because it's a magnet again, you can just place it up at the top, anything that's magnetized, and you can shoot it from there. And then I bought the remote, so that's nice. That's a nice handy thing to have too, because you can just
Yeah.
you start it and
Yeah.
stop it whenever you.
Yeah, when I
like
bought,
it.
when I got the GoPro, the purpose in mind was to record trail footage and, seeing how, durable and how rugged these things really are. These things can take a beating even on the Saba side.
Mhm.
Is that waterproof too, Hunter?
Yeah, it's waterproof.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and
cool.
the X5
I
is
mean,
not waterproof, but you can buy the waterproof casing.
Yeah.
So that's just an extra thing you can buy. But the X5 seems like it's made more to run for a longer period of time. It's almost like it's made for DJing, whereas the X3, it wasn't really made for you to plug it in and run a whole, reception for several hours. It's just made for a
Yeah.
little small
yeah. Well,
time
the
period.
X5 is longer,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Um, that's the thing. Like with the DJI Nano, the Osmo 360, the Nano is only as big as my thumb.
Mm.
I mean, that's this big, and it's a camera. And people are complaining, oh, it's overheating. So they did some firmware upgrades, and now it's not overheating, but the body still gets hot.
Hmm.
Well, you're putting all that stuff in a little thing as big as my thumb, a 1 inch uh, lens in it that, not lens, whatever,
Casing or something.
yeah, and it's capturing all those images, and it has a motherboard, and it has um, it has storage in there. I think 128 gig of storage in there. I mean, everything in the size of your thumb, everything compressed in there. It is going to overheat. It is going
Hmm.
to get hot to the touch. It's just like trying to take a Cadillac and compressing it down and put it inside of a Volkswagen. Have all the same advantages of a Cadillac and a Volkswagen. Something's gonna have to give somewhere because it's just too big to be put in a small body. Um, the Action Series cameras by DJI, they don't overheat. They will record forever, but again, they're a little bit heavier. And also, with any action camera, I think they have cages for the X5 also. You want to protect it.
Mhm.
Buy a Tellison cage or whatever brand you want to buy. Put it in there, protect it. The cages aren't that expensive. Buy buy all the necessary products that you need to protect that camera. You don't have to go all crazy buying this tripod, that tripod, this. Your main thing is, like you said, you have the remote for it. You have, you know, you have your selfie stick for it. Buy the stuff that's just necessary for it. So many people go out on the limb, buy extra batteries. That's necessary, but they go out and they buy all this other unnecessary stuff because, oh, they could do this for it or they could do that for it, that with it. Um, Buy the suction cup that you could stick it to your car or to your bike or whatever. That's fine. You're gonna use that. If you're buying stuff that's just gonna sit collect dust, don't bother buying it. Like you're gonna use it once or twice and it's gonna sit there the rest of the year.
Yep. Oh, I remember one of the first times I put it on my motorcycle, and I hit a bump, and I almost lost it because I hit the bump, and I saw the camera like go like this. Then next thing you know, it was just hanging. It was just barely because I have like the little claw thing that you screw down to keep it there,
Yeah.
and it was just hanging by that claw thing, and I was like trying to do my bike on the highway with one hand and try to get everything back on the second one. I was like, I thought I was gonna lose my camera. I was so
Yeah.
scared.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you.
I saw one downside to this GoPro, and that is the battery doesn't even last more than an hour or two,
Mm.
and then this thing just dies. This battery.
But the battery life in the X5 is long. I would say that they did a good job with the battery life
Yeah.
on that one.
They did.
And then
One
it was
thing,
something else. Oh yeah, it takes a terabyte. It could take a terabyte memory card.
I'll give you a little bit of advice with that claw. Take some gaffer tape and wrap it around your handlebar, and then put the claw on it. With my mom with her walker, I got her it holds her bottle of soda, and I tightened that thing as tight as I could tighten it. I didn't want to tighten it anymore because I knew I was going to crack the holder. And she goes, Mike, she didn't dump her soda, but the bottle of soda fell and hit the ground. She was afraid to open it because she didn't want to, have it explode all over. So I'm like, there has to be a way I can fix this.
Yeah.
I got gaffer tape. I wrapped the gaffer tape around it, tightened it up. I even have it half as tight as I had it before. That thing doesn't move at all. Not at all. So put a little gaffer's tape on your handlebar. If your handlebars are black, get the black gaffer's tape, wrap it around it. Even if they're chrome, still put that gaffer tape. You can get gray gaffer tape, wrap it around it, put that clamp on there. You're not gonna have. It's gonna have all that friction right there in that gaffer's tape. That ain't gonna move at all.
Yeah, I just changed it. Instead of being up on the handlebars, it's on the mirror, and then I have it since it's 360. You just can't tell the difference. I just have it tilted back. So basically, it's not like it was. I had it straight up, and so when I'm riding on the highway, the wind is just blowing it like that. So now when it's tilted, the wind it's aerodynamic.
Right.
So
I see. Pretty boy said here the editing was a bit complicated.
yes and no. I wouldn't say it's complicated. It's just a pain in the butt because it's almost like you got to keep in mind where certain things happen throughout the night. Because with the X3, it would do 30 minutes and then they'll chop it up. So it's every 30 minutes. Whereas the X5, if you keep it going, it's just one continuous long file. So the editing part is more so of a chore and not complicated. Because once you do it a couple of times, you can understand how to make the camera zoom in and zoom out and do all the effects.
Yeah,
now,
the
DaVinci,
GoPro. Yeah.
I was going to say the
Yeah, the
DaVinci one
GoPro.
is complicated for using that.
Yeah,
the Venture
The
is all-
GoPro. Yeah, the GoPro has their own app. They have an auto cut feature where it automatically make a highlight of all the video clips that are on that camera.
Mm.
Like you do like an automatic movie kind of.
Yeah, that's what the Instant 360 has that one, but I don't have a lot of room on my phone to do it. But then and
I ran
also
out of
the
memory.
desktop app use AI to cut it up in multiple sections for you too.
Well, I see DaVinci Resolve a lot of their, I guess, YouTube representatives or YouTubers. They're designing stuff now that you don't have to go into the Fusion page and stuff like that. You could do everything in the edit page, and guess what? They're giving it away for free. And then there are some that have the free version and they have the pro version, but it's not that expensive. It might be like $20 only, and you own it for life. But because so many people have the program, but they're afraid of the Fusion page because you got to make nodes and this node and that node and connect them and connect this. I mean, if you have a little too many drinks, you might be connecting nodes that you ain't supposed to be connecting, and that video is going to turn out to be a total piece of crap. So these gentlemen are now making stuff that you just use in the edit page, and it's amazing. I downloaded a couple already, and I'm like, all right, that's another thing I'm going to work on while I'm going to be off for a hernia surgery. I sit down, I'm going to learn DJ Resolve more than what I know it now. I mean, I used to have the Adobe Photo Elements. That was great because you could take pictures, video, everything, drop it in. You had your timeline, you could create your title, you could create this, create that, and then boom, export it. 1, 2, 3, you're done. Now everything is like, okay, wait, I gotta go here, I gotta do this, I
Yeah.
gotta do that, I gotta do that. Like, oh, wait a second, you know. And then I even tried using Adobe Premiere because I have that. I'm like, no, this is crazy. You know,
Mhm.
like they made stuff more complicated than it should be. So these guys coming out with these different freebies things for DaVinci Resolve are actually making it more user friendly now.
Yeah, and Filmora is pretty good because that's where I made my intro for Time to Spin was Filmora.
Mm-hmm.
I still have Filmora. Um, I bought the lifetime licensing with that, and then all of a sudden they they didn't do away with the lifetime licensing, but a lot of the stuff that was with the lifetime licensing is now nope. You have to purchase this, or you have to purchase that plugin, or you have to purchase this plugin. It's like I'm just gonna go over to DaVinci Resolve and everything there. It's like virtual DJ.
Mhm.
When it upgrades everything. You know, you don't have to worry about buying stuff where it's there automatically.
Yeah, people have been watching my Virtual DJ 2026 video, and they've been complaining that they got rid of the one-time purchase. They have to pay monthly.
No, they still have the one-time purchase.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay. Downloaded and yeah, I didn't have to pay.
Mhm.
Not unless you
They
had
still
the
have,
subscription to begin with.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could still do the subscription or do the one-time payment.
Yeah.
You know, it's still $2.99.
Yeah,
Just
and then
cross
I was also going to tell Pretty Boy also be prepared when you download or I should say render your videos using the Insta 360 X5 that it's going to be huge. Could be anywhere from 1 gigabyte to 4 gigabytes depending on how long your video is. So it's going to be huge. But one thing I do like using it for is when I go and do site visits. I just sit the camera in the middle of the floor and take a quick picture, and then I can upload it to YouTube, and then therefore the my clients can see the room and can tell me where everything is because they can hold the camera and go up and down. It's almost like you stand in the room and you can create a 360 video on YouTube.
Wow.
So I like using it for that.
Wow.
So
they're great. Those cameras are amazing. The instant, the X5, the Osmo 360. I mean, they're so far above and beyond what I thought they would do. As I'm watching different videos, I'm like, oh my god, this stuff is
Wow.
amazing, amazing. You know, like
Oh,
unbelievable.
I found a bundle on Amazon which comes with everything for $719.95.
Of what?
The
For what?
Insta360 X5.
Oh, cool.
And it comes with an micro SD card, 64 gig, a battery, the head strap, a car mount. It comes with a USB-C cable. Comes with pretty much everything. That's cool.
Yep. So you just have to make sure you go get a big hard drive. So when you save your videos and stuff,
Yeah,
or if you only have 64 gigabytes, you're going to definitely need a big hard drive because you're going to always be trying to take those files and transform them to an external hard drive because you're going to run out of space on your camera quick.
I ran out of space on my phone.
Yeah, my camera currently has a 512 gigabyte micro SD card in here. I could fit 45 to 46 hours of 1080p footage on it. It has no capability of doing 4K video. Even though the camera can do 4K, I'm stuck with 1080p, so it can fit like 46 hours.
I have 2 terabyte iCloud storage. That's full too.
Yeah, me too.
Like, what am I doing?
Me too.
What am I doing? You know?
All right, so I'd like to thank DJ Pretty Boy for asking us that last question so it can take us to our 2-hour mark.
Yeah. But thank you again. Before I forget, thank you for having me on the show. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys and being on the show.
Yep. So looking forward to sitting. Huh?
Yeah.
What? Don't tell me you were getting ready to fall asleep again.
I I don't want to go over the 2 hours, but I found out reading different stuff about hernias. My wife was going, like, I think you got narcolepsy because you just fall asleep. But I don't get that much sleep to begin with. Helping my mom, and I like to be up late to begin with too. But
I got a question for everyone in the chat. When I go live for the Time to Spend show in March, should I go to 1 hour or should I go over an hour? Let me know in the live chat.
We could do like James King does, 4 hours. But hernias actually cause a lot of fatigue on the body, and you get tired from fatigue. So it's like, now I'm wondering, is what's causing my fatigue? Is that what's causing me to fall asleep? Because I've never had anything this painful in my life. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I say 2 hours. You gotta go. You gotta do like your throwback lives. You remember when you first started doing your lives? It's like it could be 10 o'clock at night, and cool thing starts, and then I can go to sleep, and I get up to the bathroom, and I'm looking at my phone, checking the bathroom, and he's still talking. And only be one person, one person in the chat. And then he'd be like, he'd take his phone, and he'd be like, "Oh hey, Hitman." I'll be like,
Yeah,
I was like, "Why are you shouting me out?" I just wanted to. I didn't want you to shout me out. Now I feel obligated. I have to stay there and watch.
Lil Ruckus said, start with an hour and go from there. Okay.
But Buddy missed it. He said Mike will be Mr. Z. I was Mr. Z. I'm up again, bud. I'm on my second win, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's head on out. And I'd
Yes.
like to thank everyone for coming in.
And thank you for having me on the show.
Definitely, Hunter. It's
been a
my
pleasure.
pleasure. Our pleasure. Means we love you coming on our show,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, anytime you want me.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
So make
Gotta
sure you
don't
follow DJ Cool Thing at DJ Cool Thing Official on YouTube. And I'll also like to shout this person out, Shammy D. Now he gave up his time, his whole week, the last week in December, to help me out with trying to level up my DJ business. So we start off Monday. He took a look at my Instagram and Facebook posts and all that kind of stuff. So he gave me some pointers. So if you looked at any of my Instagram, you look at my Instagram profile, you see it kind of like looks different a little bit. And because it's like stuff that I was doing, it made sense to me, but to someone that's looking like a potential client, it didn't scream out like wedding DJ or anything like that. So he helped me with that. And he helped me with a new website. So I revamped my website again. So it looks totally different and it looks more decluttered. So that was two big things. Yep. And then we spent the rest of the week talking about doing follow-ups, getting my follow-up emails together. So we got that together and we got like a workflow so I could automate it in Honeybook to after a certain time to keep following up. And then we talked about finding potential people to network with to get more gigs. So something similar to what DJ Reese was telling us about the second time he was on the show. So I'm going to hit him up to try to perfect going to like LinkedIn and all that to reach out to certain people who I can network with and we can work together and give each other gigs. And then we ended the week with we did the follow up with that. It was one more thing. Sales pitch. That's the one thing that I never really talked about or touched upon, doing a sales call. Because I heard people always talk about sell me this like this pencil or sell me this, or what is your sales pitch. But the way that he did it with me, it wasn't more so having a sales pitch. It was more so having a flow or workflow. How you start the conversation to lead into getting the information that you need for the event that will lead into how you operate and then how you close it. So there was like steps that I never really thought about. I heard people do it, salespeople do it, like when they come to my house and give me a free estimate on like windows or air conditioner or something. But I never really looked at it from a DJ perspective, trying to, meet with a client and do the whole consultation meeting with them and sales pitching and closing the deals. So I'm looking forward to trying to do that to close my deal. So
They'll let you ask. They'll ask you a simple question,
Mhm.
and let you fill in all the blanks. And automatically, without you even think of it, you're giving them so much information. It's unreal. And the same thing with a DJ. You ask them a simple question, and then you follow up with another simple question. Next thing you know, you got basically the whole plans for that event.
Mhm.
So that's the nice thing. There are certain questions you must ask, like the location, the time. One of the things too is there steps, and how many flights of steps are there, or is there an elevator? So there's a few questions that you do have to ask, but try to make them as simple as possible, because a bride and groom are under so much stress to begin with. So if you make the question nice and simple, it'll just flow right out of them like you wouldn't believe. It's unreal.
And then a lot of times they don't know themselves.
No,
Yeah.
no, they don't. And you know what? I blame the venue there, because the venue will sell them once they nibble at a venue a little bit, and the venue sees that they're might be interested. Man, the venue will put it on, like they'll sugarcoat everything. And then when it comes to that time of the day, their day that day, it's like, what about this? What about that? Well, we really don't offer that. That's extra. Not tell me it's extra when they're first talking to them. You're telling them what they can do for them, but they're not telling them that it's going to cost them extra to have it done for them. I lay it flat out on the line. Here's my price. This is what I do. If you want this is extra. If you want that, this is extra. And I give them the price, but right up front. There's no hidden things behind the scenes stuff. Everything's right up front. And that's how I think DJ should be. It's really be straightforward. We're human, they're human. They may make mistakes. We may make mistakes. It's the human nature,
Mm-hmm. Yep. But so it's
Oh,
like
and
he opened my
before
eyes to a lot of stuff. So that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, before we head out,
Mhm.
like, I want to let you guys know that I have the honor of being a groomsman at my sister's wedding
Awesome.
at Disney World. And
Awesome.
it is going to be, yeah.
And
Right
guess
now,
what
we're,
guess
yeah,
what I'm
right.
gonna be next year?
Huh?
Guess what I'm gonna be next year?
What?
Father of the bride.
Awesome.
My daughter's getting married. I can't wait.
And
You
because
know,
of that, it's going to be hard for me to do a video, like a wedding video, because I'm going to be so busy with the groom.
Hey,
What am
your
I going
head
to do?
harness, point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Chest harness, boom, point of view.
I don't have a chest harness. It's only a head strap or a handler, one of those handlers.
That's a birthday present waiting for you.
Yeah.
There you go. See, I'm always thinking ahead, Hunter.
Yeah.
And Lil Ruckus said, gotta give it to Cool Thing. My boy can talk.
Yeah.
And then Buddy had asked, can I
Can I
come,
come,
Hunter?
Hunter? No. No, buddy, you can't come. It's only family.
We are family. Me and Hunter, yes, we are.
All right. So if you haven't had a chance to do so already, you can follow us on Facebook, and that's our URL code, or you can just go to Facebook and join our Cue It Up DJ podcast, either the private group or the public group. If you type that the Cue It Up DJ podcast into the search bar, you'll be able to see our group page, and you can join there. You can follow DJ Mikey Mike on all his socials at DJ Mikey Mike on Twitter and Facebook, and at DJ Mikey Mike 45 on Instagram. And then we have this thing called the DJ Collective Network, where it's one culture and many voices. And let me get this so we can slide. Welcome to your primetime DJ lineup, a weekly schedule of live stream shows built for DJs by DJs. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, we got the knowledge, the stories, and inspiration to help you level up. So to start things off, on Monday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. For every DJ chasing dreams, no matter the odds, it's your time to spend with DJ Cool Thing. And then again in March, it'll be DJ Cool Thing along with DJ Reflex, and they'll be live. And then on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, join Buddy and his weekly guest panel of DJs for unfiltered conversations that matter. It's the DJ Roundtable with Buddy from TBM Productions. And then if you missed the live Twitch stream, you can catch the rebroadcast every Monday at 1 o'clock at TBM Productions DJ1 YouTube channel. And then we have Sean, DJ Night Owl, at the DJ Biz School, and you can see rebroadcasts of all his videos, where it's not just about spinning tracks, it's about spinning success. Learn the business side of DJing, branding, marketing, SEO, and strategy. And when he's not doing that, then Sean has his beta booth that he's selling. So if you're looking to add some serious wow factor to your events, check out the beta booth from Photo Booth Direct Club. It's got upgraded lighting and wiring, a mirror faceplate that guests love, and it even comes in a rolling luggage style case, so setup is a breeze. The best part, with our code CUEITUP, you save $350. That means you get it for just $1,645. So head to photoboothdirectclub.com and grab yours now. And let me go here. So again, if you use our CUEITUP code, you can get $350 off. Am I missing something? Let me go back. Is that $1,995? Because that just dawned on me. If it's $350, shouldn't that be $1,645?
Yes.
Okay, it just dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute, that's not $350. All right, I gotta let Sean know. And then on Thursday, it's the busy night of the week. You have the Cue It Up DJ podcast with me, the HitmanDDub, and DJ Mikey Mike. And then you also have DJ Pretty Boy and DJ Shay on the Start to Spin DJ podcast. And then we have Kevin, who's usually in the chat. You can see him live on the KJ Chill Room karaoke chat with Matt and Eric. You can join them live on their show at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on djntv.com/KJ Chill. Then we have at _DJ Reese _ for the We Create the Vibes podcast, where he talks about DJing in the corporate world. So make sure to remember to like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. And then our fade out message is, remember in 2026 to move with intention and trust your experience. So do you have any final words before we head on out?
I'd like to thank everybody that was here tonight. Please like and share our video. Check out our YouTube channels. Check out our Facebook pages. Again, I'm so happy we're all here together in
Yeah.
2026. Let's make it a prosperous year. Let's stick together instead of cutting one DJ down, cutting another DJ down. Let's build each other up.
Yeah.
And
And
before I forget,
I want
let
to
me
say
shout
something.
out at DJ Maestro 249 from Saudi Arabia for joining us. I hope
And
that's a real person and not DJ trolling us.
uh, and before we head out, I want to tell you guys, crush those gigs, do the best you can. No, don't let anyone put you down for what DJ software you use, what your hardware you're using, or what music you play, and just go out there and crush those gigs in 2026.
Okay.
Definitely.
And then also finally, Tom did from Wedding Wire did confirm, so he'll be, I guess, in 2 weeks. So today is the 8th. We got the 15th, the 22nd, January 22nd. We have Tom from Wedding Wire on the show. So have your questions ready. Even if you're not part of Wedding Wire or not, there are certain practices that we still can take and use no matter what kind of event that you have. So have your questions together or thoughts for Tom. And we'll see if we can try to keep him here a little bit after 10 o'clock. So the spin crew will be able to see him and ask questions if they have any.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So with that said, I got to
It'll be the
remember
day
where
after
these
my
buttons are.
surgery, so-
Huh?
It'll be the day after my surgery, so I don't know how talkative I'll be.
Okay. So will
you
you be
know
able to
me.
sit down? Because isn't that where hernia is painful to sit?
No, it's actually painful to walk and stand.
Okay.
I honestly, standing is probably the worst thing for it. I did ask the doctor what could have caused my hernia. I'm going back when I was younger. I did used to lift a lot of heavy weights, but she said she had patients that they were sitting, they had like desk job, and they bent down to pick up a piece of paper off the ground, and boom, hernia. It's just something that happens. There's
Oh.
no real reason for it.
Yeah. Oh, the hernia is where the stomach muscle goes through the stomach comes to the stomach muscle or something.
The,
Or
the
some-
intestine pops out through the muscle.
I was
And
thinking
let me tell you-
hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids is the one that you.
Oh, I had
where
that.
you
I had
get-
seven of them burnt out. That was, I didn't mind that at all because I didn't know that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't been the same since then either.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like
But I honestly, this doesn't matter sitting, standing. Sitting is actually the most comfortable position for me, but standing, boy, oh boy, oh boy. After about 10, 15 minutes, it's like, oh boy, oh boy. But again, I wanted to go back on my last highlight again. We're a DJ community. Let's build each other up. I see so many negative videos about this DJ, about that DJ. We're all here together. Build each other up. Dwayne, like you were saying, you want to start, branch out and having a community of DJs to work with. That is awesome. But make sure, just don't pick any DJ. I had so many disasters happen with me. I had my one buddy, he awesome DJ, but joined the Air Force. Now I have Will. As a matter of fact, I gave Will a gig for the 24th of January because I can't do it. So I'll just be having the surgery 3 days before that. Make sure if you're going to pass gigs to a DJ, check them out. Go to their YouTube channel. If you know someone that may know them, if you know they're playing somewhere, go check them out. please, because I had a couple disasters that I forwarded to different clients, and wow, what a wake up call I had, So now I really make sure the person I'm passing it to is going to be an excellent. I'm not going to have to worry about it, And I don't collect no money from it anyhow, but still, I want that client to be satisfied.
No, but the one thing that I did like about what Shammy did, it wasn't about just going and getting anybody. It was twofold. One, he showed me how to go and look up people and what to look for and do the research, because you have to do your research because you're sending a cold email. So it's a certain way when you send it and you do your research, you know what to say to kind of like gain their, grab their interest.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the other side of it was I had to go and clean up my stuff too, because how does that look for me to go reach out to somebody of this caliber, talking about working with them, and then they come and look at my stuff, and my stuff is crap. So
Yeah,
it
exactly.
was working, trying to get my stuff together so I'm in the right position to go talk to somebody else to try to get me to the spot that I want to be at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, collaborate on that. There was the DJ around here. He says, "Well, Mike, we give you the small gigs, we take the big gigs." Yeah, your big gigs are $30,000. I don't have a production crew. I don't have 4 DJs. I don't have 3 lighting people. You want to consider me a small gig DJ? Fine, so be it. I don't care. I'll take it. Doesn't matter. These people want to have fun too at a wedding. I charge them a fair price, and I think charging $30,000 for a wedding reception, that's a little extreme, but he gets it, So it's like, wow. But how much he has to pay out. So in the long run, he's probably making maybe about $500 more than what I'm making after he pays everything out to everybody. Rental equipment, rental this, rental that, DJs from New Jersey, lighting people from New York City, renting lights, renting this, renting that, and then what does he come home with, really?
Yeah, he's a production company, but it's just like what Buddy said. You gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah, exactly. But to make an extra $500 more than me, hey, fine. You charge 30 grand, but you only came home with 3 grand. You paid out 27 grand. But it's a tax write-off too, so which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, thanks for giving us that little story time, because it's like I was just saying, I had to remember where the buttons are. That's why I hate not doing the show for any bit.
I got you off guard.
No, you didn't catch me off guard. I was trying to remember. I got all these buttons. Like, now where do I go next? Trying to remember which button to hit. But I think I got the right one. So with that said, thank you all again for showing up to our show. Hopefully we'll see you next week. So remember, before it's time to spin, you gotta first cue it up. Make sure you go out there and crush those gigs and have a great weekend.
Ace.
I'm my rise like the sun while the world still sleeps. Scouring the sights looking for new leads. Marathon gigs with no in between. Your worth is from a rear view they seen. They want to party, but I'm battling fatigue, chasing passion while my mental is still out on leave. It's an everyday hustle, so respect the DJ life. We make it look easy, but the pressure's tight. Cue up the pressure. In the booth where the DJs dwell. Clubbing is a struggle like it's all I've got. Set it up, break it down, travel to the next spot. Ambitions, the engine stay sharp like a tool. Revving through my gigs, power drinks is fuel. It's an everyday hustle, we'll respect the DJ life. We make it look easy, but the pressure's tight. Pressure, cue up the pressure. up the pressure.